Good morning, sunshine. Welcome to Coffee with Olga. I'm your host, Olga. I haven't really quite figured out how I'm going to do the coffee talk. You know, I decided the coffee talk has like this past connotation. I know somebody suggested it, and that's how I started the whole coffee talk. They literally said, "Hey, Olga, why don't you do a coffee talk? It'd be nice to like drive to work and listen to you." And I put a poll out there, and you guys were like, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, okay, what days, what time?" And you guys said any day, and the majority said 9 a.m. And so here we are. So far, I've been able to do Tuesdays and Thursdays, 9 a.m. Of course, I got my coffee. But yeah, anyway, so I thought, it's more like Coffee with Olga than Coffee Talk. Because I think that, again, that has like past connotations of shows that have existed, like on SNL. And there's another show, too, when I Googled it or whatever, it came up. It has to do with some anime or something. One of those shows, like that, like adult anime. Anyway, so I was like, So it's really about us having a coffee together and talking about whatever. This is not necessarily about news. This is like the third time I'm cleaning my glasses. Like, I'm not getting them clean enough today. So, how you doing? How are you? How's the weather? It's every time it's like rainy, foggy, I always am totally out of it. No matter what, no matter how much I sleep, no matter how much I get ready. Because look at me. I'm obviously pretty bright-eyed and bushy-tailed today. No, I don't know what my thing is to clean my glasses. Anyway, smash that like button if you haven't already. Even if it's just because it made you smile. Because honestly, that's what I like. I don't like no Debbie Downers. I don't like people coming and like starting my day off wrong. None of that shit. I don't care. Unless it's like really, really bad news. It's an emergency. Other than that, when I show up, I show up. Unless I'm in real pain or something like that, then I'm just very quiet. I'm still working on my glasses. What's up? Still haven't had my sip of coffee, eh? I've been waiting to this moment to have the coffee. Wait. I swore I was going to make sure that light. Because look, now, it's not just whether I get the reflection of the light. It's the fact that my eyes, since they're green, they turn black. Ew. Who's with me already? Good morning, Carrie. Great to see you. Hey, shoot. You know what? I thought about that. I did. Like I said, they had suggested the coffee talk. But when I did think about it, actually, it's more like shooting the shit. Plus, because I remember how I said I invited a few people, really like a handful, not even like maybe 4 people, to come speak. One of them was Bryson Gray. One of them was Anomaly. One of them was Robert, who I did have. And who was the other one? I think Ivory Hecker. But I followed through a little bit. I think after I emailed them, I DM'd them as well. And like in their Instagram or Twitter, whatever I find that I could. Nothing. So now I've been working on how to pitch, like what to write in the email. And, people don't have time. I don't have time to read a long-ass email. So it's like, okay, what do you want? Who are you, right? And I thought, I got to come up with more than just, I'd like to have you on my podcast. Here's the link. Check it out. And so I like what you're saying, Carrie, about shooting the shit. But then when I was doing that, originally, there's this other person out there. She works with Patrick Bet-David at Valuetainment. Jedediah, something like that's her name. And she has segments where she shoots the shit. So, like, I'm not trying to be a copycat. But again, she didn't make up the term shoot the shit. So I don't know. I got to find a way to make it mine. I don't know. Or kind of like she does. She only uses the shoot the shit when she's literally shooting the shit with a guest. She's got like 3 or 4 different things that she does on her channel. And her and I started about the same time. Of course, though, look at the platform she started with and a whole production crew. Just saying. Good morning, Darren. How you doing? How's the weather? It's freaking cloudy over here. I like the sun. And don't get me wrong. And like today, look at me. Look at me. I got my onesie on. Did you guys know it? Although I've showed you guys the onesie before, right? Yes, of course I have. I don't know if you guys were in those lives and saw it, but yeah. Hey, if you're on Rumble, say hello. Let me know you're watching. I am looking at both chats and I will respond. Make sure, even if you don't know what to say or you're just watching and you're having your coffee in your hand. Can you believe it's already been, 5 minutes and I still haven't taken a sip? Okay. I guess I wanted to make sure everybody's in line. I'm in line. I'll get back to the onesie in a second. And then all of a sudden now I'm hot. 1 minute I'm cold, 1 minute I'm hot. I went from cloudy to this, to the onesie. Believe it or not, I'll get right back to it. It might be 5 minutes later, but I'll get right back to it. So make sure you say hello in both. Carrie, I see you, evil twin. Wake up, world. Wake up. Oh. I was also, by the way, besides shooting the shit, coffee time, right? I was thinking, oh God, this cloudy weather. It's not just cloudy and rainy. It's like dark as shit. Oh God. That just reminds me that YouTube just came out with this more stuff now that now you can't say any profanity at all. Not one. Not one F-bomb, nothing. I'll get into that later. I just found that out yesterday. Hey, Coop. Coop 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good morning. Thank you for the morning wishes. Isn't that awesome, man? Right? When you tell somebody good morning, just something that simple makes my day. Where was I? God. Okay, you know what? This is why I wanted it to be more like Coffee with Olga versus Coffee Talk. Coffee with Olga. Coffee with you. Oh, the smell of this coffee. Seriously, it gives me butterflies in my stomach. I'm not even lying. I'm not exaggerating at all. I take one whiff of that. Dark French roast, freshly ground, organic, if I can get it that way. I'm not like totally anal about it, but I typically just find things usually taste better when they're organic. But that's not necessarily true. What's most important, if it's locally grown, then it's a whole, even if it's not organic, the best. Okay. Enough. Oh my God. Because you know what I'm saying? It's like that first sip. It's never the same after the first sip. That's why people always ask me, how are you always so chirpy? In the morning, no matter what time it is, I'm like, man, I have a routine. This is what I coach and I teach on this. You have to have a standard. You can't just roll out of bed and be on like autopilot. No. I take my time. I go to the balcony, or wherever you live, the backyard, look at the animals, see the sunrise. Never take 1 second for granted. Okay. This is it. I promise this is it. I'm taking a sip. Oh. Ay, mamma mia. Is it not orgasmic for real? Years ago, a friend of mine was like, you know how back in the day I don't know if they still do it, but I'm not paying attention to those stupid games. I don't have time. But you know how back in the day, they would have, stuff like to see like, to like assess you psychologically or whatever. And this guy had asked me to do one with him. And he was like, okay, so like, what's your favorite animal, right? What's your favorite color? Da, da, da. And when he, I guess when he went back, I'm trying to look for the words of what you call that. But anyway, when he goes back and he's like, oh, funny you picked coffee for whatever the question was. Because the question was, oh, what's an aphrodisiac or something like that? And I said, I don't know, out of the coffee. I must be twisting this shit up, man. I'm messing this up like a you know when you're trying to tell a joke and you're messing it up? Okay, let me drop this. I'm going to have to look into this again or take my time thinking about it. I'm sorry. How about what we're going to talk about a little bit today? Did you hear that the Prime Minister of New Zealand is resigning? Oh, let me guess. Man, you guys better not be like, oh, she's resigning because, I don't know, WEF, too much pressure from the WEF. No. I got my freaking perspective. I got my insight. You know I follow my gut. But maybe you out there understand or think or know what I'm about to say. And then we'll talk about this freaking ridiculous human who's a representative of Texas, Sheila Jackson Lee, and her latest. No. And again, I'm only going to bring to you what I think is worthy to even discuss. And then Elon surprised me with his little text where, again, if this guy's not the biggest psyop in history, okay? And then I'll show you a little clip of how ridiculous this little video clip from the WF that I saw on Twitter. And I'm not going to talk about it just to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it so that whoever's watching this, whoever will watch this, gets a grip before they come after everything like they're trying to come after the stoves. Anyway, let's see who's with me. Who did I miss so far? I mean, I saw Carrie. I saw Darren. But did I read anything from Darren? Wait. Carrie Lewis says, take your time because we are waiting for the rest of the world to wake up. Hey, Carrie, do you wake up early? What's your MO? And Darren, hey, happy Thursday. I like that with the caps. What's better now? Unseasonably warm for January. That's true. It's really not that cold in Philly. Ooh, you're in Northwest Indiana. Love that. I'm drinking coffee with you. Ooh, did you sip it at the same time? This is my second sip now. In honor of Steven Crowder. Yesterday I messed up. I think it was Mary Tasho. She was like, in honor, or it could have been Tanya Gray. I can't remember. But they're like, in honor of Crowder, because I was talking about Crowder. I should have ended it, but did I? I don't remember if I did end it by saying, YouTube, piss off. But today, I hope I remember, because that's how I want to sign out today. D. Potter, good morning. And don't worry, D. Potter, I'm not gonna get full tarred with the WEF. We already did it. We already touched base on that. But this clip is about how they are about the environment. It's quick. It's short. I feel like we could really pick it apart in a fun way. Because seriously, I'm like you, dude. I know. We have enough shit to deal with, right? Sometimes I get sidetracked, rants. Yeah, see, that's the other thing. I can call it ranting with Olga or Olga rants. But other people do stuff like that too. Yeah. I think it's good. Once I get more members, if you haven't become a member, become a member. Become a member here on YouTube. Become a member at Locals. Oh, yeah. And I keep telling you guys that I'm going to send you guys a link. Carrie, I'm just trying to find a link that's going to be the easiest for you guys. I know, right, for the members, it's easy. But remember, I'm concerned that I'm going to be censored even in the private members only. I did some research earlier today, and I mean, yesterday, obviously, for the past week. And I'm just not convinced yet. And then I'm like, well, I can use like Zoom or other mediums. But is that too much for you guys? What do you think? Let me know. Whether you tell me in the chat and tell me later in the comments below, make sure to comment. Your comments are my fuel. Keep them coming. You know I read them and I will respond, especially during the live. And if you really want me to read something, you don't want me to miss something you posted, super chat it so I can see the color pop up. And you know everything you do helps me with this channel and helps me keep coming back. And I really can't wait to get more members. The ad revenue I give up on because they got me locked. They just screw everything up. And all the copyright, all the reaction videos, I can't do anything with those. And that's mostly what you guys want me to do. So without membership, I can't sustain that. I can't keep coming and giving people what they want for free. I just can't. I would love to. But now I'm not a trust fund baby or anything like that. You know, I'm not married. I don't have any, got no help here. And I won't sell my soul. Okay, wait. Going back to, yeah, because I am being shadow banned 100%. Like, one day, I'll prep you guys so that you know what you're getting into. I don't want to throw it to you right now, but I'll give you the behind the scenes of my analytics. You won't believe it. It's just insane how it's just, they are literally keeping me under a thumb. A big, fat ass. I almost said that word. A big tech thumb. Anyway, life's too short to be crabby. Exactly. How different is Spain? How different is coffee in Spain than here in the States? Oh, now you're talking, baby. Café con leche is my jam. As soon as I get off the airport, when I get to Madrid, first thing I do, café con leche. I mean, it's very similar to the French dark roast. That's why I do get it. That's exactly what I have right now, is basically a café con leche, which is a steamed milk. It's a cappuccino, but they don't put so much milk in it. It's not so it's not drowned out. It's just freaking fabulous. And I love it, the fact that they serve it typically in the cafes or the cafeterias. They serve it in like these little glass, bigger than a shot glass, but not as big as a tall highball. Like half the size, but they're really thick. Oh, I freaking love them. I don't like drinking out of mugs, to be honest with you. And I'm very picky when I do. I like teacups. Like I like thin rimmed. But even more in glass. It's funny when I go to diners, which I don't really go anymore, but back in the day I used to go all the time. And especially in Jersey. And I would always ask them to put the coffee in like a pint glass. And they're like, I'm like, it's fine. You can do it. Darren, you get up at 4:30 a.m. See, we're on the same schedule here. Where are you, Darren? You said Indiana. The time zone is Eastern Standard, right? Right? Are we in the same time zone? Or you're an hour behind? Carrie Lewis, I searched yesterday's reaction for church, and your video did not show in the list. Do you see what I mean? Thank you. Thank you. Just because it makes me... Because I know people are thinking like, oh, really? Because I'm sure everybody's thinking in the back of their head, people, Olga, just don't like you enough. Right. I'm not saying I'm the best, but this doesn't make any sense. No. Mm-mm. And no matter how much I try to prove it, it's you guys that are literally keeping my sanity in place. Because somebody else said that to me. I think it was William Grissom. And if you heard me already say it before... then you have heard me already say it. He kept telling me, he actually DM'd me on Twitter, and he was like, listen, they keep unsubscribing me, and I keep subscribing back. Like, how insane is that? And not like once, not like a glitch. It happened like nonstop for like 2 weeks. In fact, I don't know if it's still happening to William Grissom. He never really told me if it stopped. He just actively looks for me, which I do the same thing. There's people even on Rumble that I have already subscribed to and I follow, and they should show up in my feed, and they don't. And I don't know if it's with Rumble, if it's a glitch, you know, because they're still fixing things, growing, etc., etc., etc. I keep trying to move. I'm like, It's not that I need the glasses. If I sit back here, then I need the glasses to read the chat. But if I'm looking like right on the screen, I don't need the glasses. But I feel like, since the thumbnail has my glasses, you know what I mean? Keep it consistent. 4:30, Darren. Hey, Carrie Lewis. Yes, thank you so much for telling me that. Darren, I never get notifications of your live streams. Exactly. Dude, I'm subscribed to this channel from my other channel. And I hit the all notification bell. And literally, if I don't click the actual notify me, do you guys know what I'm talking about? Then forget about it. I get the notification the next day. Now, how am I supposed to do live streams? I might as well not do live streams. But the truth is, I need help. I need more time. I don't have it to edit the videos, upload them, and that's why I do the live stream. That's not the only reason. But I would like to do like a combo of both. I tried to do that. It's just too much. Not at this stage. But I have faith. I have faith in you guys. Your love, you have no idea how much power one person has. So all of you. I don't need 100 million people. But don't lie to me, though. And that's what I like all you guys. You're telling me the constructive criticism. You correct me. You help me pronounce things. You know what I mean? But I hope you're not doing it because you're like, oh, she seems like a nice girl. We feel bad for her. No, fuck that. I got plans. Big plans. Good plans. Oh, guys, do you remember I told you I reached out to Crowder? I got an email notification because my ass typed the email wrong. Now, I would have triple checked that shit. How did I not see that I spelled louder with Crowder LOW? Stop. Don't tell me I can hear you already. Don't. So, of course, I immediately resent the email, but I feel like I missed that moment. Either way, I did submit the information as well on his website, on the Mug Club one or the stop.com, whatever, all of them. I actually went everywhere to make sure, besides the email. But, yeah. Oh, yeah. Now that also reminds me that, did you guys see the Daily Wire responding to the Crowder's latest video? I don't want to get into it because it's going to be, by the way, I'll do it tomorrow. Or maybe I'll just do it in the members live only. Let me think about it. Let's see. I got to look at my calendar again today. But I'm not going to go through the whole thing. I'm going to just pick out certain segments that I think is a definite, no. In a nutshell, that can tell you right now, pathetic. And although I do appreciate their trying to answer and not be silent, no, they did not address the situation. And they actually, in my opinion, they made themselves look worse. But we'll get into why when I do share that. In the meantime, how about this guy, the biggest psyop of the world over here? Let me see. Let me share. Oh, no. Let me do Chrome tab. Let's check out. I started out with the New Zealand. Did you guys hear about this?
Choking back tears, Jacinda Ardern said she's stepping down.
I'm announcing that I will not be seeking re-election. And then my two
because you had so many fans. People loved you. You were so great. Why are you crying, girlfriend? You're crying what? Let me guess. Because you're hurt that people don't like you. Because I don't judge people, honestly, but girl, you put your foot on the dark side. You went to the dark side. Darth Vader. Seriously, guys, ask your gut. Just listen. Because no actor can get past your natural, God-given human intuition.
down.
I'm announcing that I will not be seeking re-election. And that my term as Prime Minister...
Let me guess. Did you guys already guess before I did? Because remember I told you earlier that I want to see what you guys have to see before I put anything out there. Hopefully you guys are in the chat and I'll see it. If not, when you watch this replay, make sure to comment below. And to become a member and subscribe and everything, all the links are in the description below. Do it. Okay, so I believe that the jab, the potion, is really not letting her sleep at night. She thought she could handle it. She thought the money but honestly, I don't even think she sold out. My gut feeling with this individual in particular is that she just wanted to make Jabba the Hutt, aka Schwab, happy, obedient child. God knows if this girl's been brainwashed. And I mean for real, like MK Ultra bullshit. I don't care what you think, it was real. The shit had happened, okay? Stop it, people. Stop believing in this, but that never existed. Okay, you're naive. Go talk to somebody in the military who's been around for a while. Trust me, there's so much that you don't know and that they twist on purpose. Why would you trust MSM and the government? I mean, I don't get it, people. Why can't you see how they are corrupt? Been that way. Why? Because I took a side and this side doesn't believe it. Good. My question to you is, are you happy? Because everybody I know, even if the truth hurts or it's ugly, people that are confronting the truth and finding the truth and accepting it, excuse me, I'm getting all choked up over here. You know, the worst thing to do when you're talking on a show is to drink coffee because it does dry your throat out. It's dehydrating. And on that note, let me take another swig. Yeah, anyway, the truth will set you free. Yeah. Truth will make you happy. Period. End of story.
will conclude no later than the 7th of February. I know what this job takes, and I know that I no longer have enough in the tank to do it justice.
Ardern was the world's youngest.
Well said. I didn't even watch this video, guys. This is the first moment I'm watching it with you live. I did not watch the video. I saw the title and I was like, oh, because I like to be ahead of it and be like, let me guess. Let me see. Sounded exactly what I'm talking about. I no longer have it in me. Really? You look like it to me. Nah. She really thought she was going to be immune to the hate and to the pain that she's seeing her actions did. I know she did. And now she's going, fuck, I'm really not that dark. I was just an obedient child. And I thought I could handle it. I get it. It's like cheating. You know, some people don't care. They don't feel anything. Sometimes other people, they can't live with themselves and they got to spill the beans. I know. Bad comparison, but you know what I'm getting at.
Head of government at age 37 when she was elected in 2017, and only the second world leader to give birth while in office.
I was going to move, by the way, to New Zealand. I mean, I was planning on it. It was New Zealand. It was going to be Florida, New Zealand. And I said, you know what? Just New Zealand has everything I would want in one place. And I liked their politics in a way. It wasn't bad. I thought it was more neutral, and then 2020 hit. I was like, thank you, God, because I tried and I would have been there if I didn't have obstacles.
Taking her daughter to the United Nations General Assembly, determined to prove a new mom can lead a country.
Women multitask every single day. Can I be a prime minister and a mother? Absolutely.
Ardern won praise for her compassion and quick action, hugging families. And
I agree, and I thought she was doing a great job until 2020. Big Daddy, a.k.a. Darth Vader. Actually, the guy's no, he's not freaking Darth Vader. I mean, he's in the dark side. But what's that? The villain? Me? You know, with Austin Powers. What's the name of that freaking guy? Not Mini-Me.
Banning assault weapons after a white supremacist gunman killed 51 people at 2 mosques. locking down the country at the start of the COVID pandemic, telling Savannah and Hoda about her way of leading.
You talk about, I thought it was interesting, kindness.
You know what? I'm not going to play it. I don't really care. And by the way, yesterday when I played the whole good morning thing about the killer, or yesterday the day before, I can't even do that. Oh, Good Morning Britain is like, copyright. It's like, I'm talking over you and I'm pausing. What are you talking about? Whatever. Okay. And then, let's see. Well, while we're here, let me do this one. Wait, can you see this? You guys can see this? Yeah. So anti-WEF on Twitter posted, now World Economic Forum declares a planetary, in quote, and justice, in quote, crisis. I mean, they're just the, I want to say the best actors because they're really trying hard to make it believable. You can tell they're actually struggling. Can you see? And then if they're not bought and sold, these actors at the WEF that you're about to see here in this video from Twitter or on Twitter, then they are, just like I told you, part of the imbecile group. And why aren't all the great, real, honest scientists not speaking up louder? Now this one, Twitter's not so censored. Why aren't they sounding the alarm more? Isn't it because the experts? Everybody listens to the expert. Well, where are these experts?
Dear friends, scientifically, this is not a climate crisis. We are now facing something deeper. Mass extinction, air pollution, undermining ecosystem functions, really putting humanity's future at risk. This is a planetary crisis.
This is a safety crisis, but above all, it is also a justice crisis. Many areas in the world are...
Again, look at what they're wearing. I want to know if her boots are made out of pleather or real leather. I'm just saying. Her makeup, sweet cheeks. What about all the containers that your makeup comes in? How about your hair products? That's not bad for the environment. Right. For the air, the water that we actually need. But no, you guys, what you do best is fear-mongering. And most people, since they don't know, because you guys made sure that we're all stupid, don't teach shit in school,
are uninhabitable. This uninhabitable zone is, above all, it is also a justice crisis.
See, they got to put justice in there. How can people not see? How clear is this? This is abuse. They are abusive.
Areas in the world.
Oh shoot! I'm not supposed to say that word. Did you guys know that? Yeah, that right there also keeps me flagged, shadow banned. That word. Yeah, abu.
Habitable. This uninhabitable zone is increasing. If we continue with our greenhouse gas emissions, then by 2070, as many as 3 billion people will live in uninhabitable zones.
Dear friends, scientifically, this is not a climate crisis. We are now facing something deeper. Mass extinction, air pollution, undermining ecosystem...
Oh shit, that was done. I'm sorry. So it repeated itself. Mass extinction. Who's this guy? And where does he have that proof? This is, what difference is this than people standing on a little box, you know, in the middle of town square saying, it's the end. God's coming. The wrath is coming. Or, you know, whatever. What's the difference? Do we not still have to get up and go to work or at least, you know, feed ourselves? Milk our cows? Sustain ourselves. What are you saying, dude? What's the plan? Nah, we're brainwashing you. Right. God. I need to be there. I need to get a mic. Wait till I get to the freaking rep over here. But then the election wizard mentioned how breaking the U.S. is expected to announce one of its largest military aid packages for Ukraine in the coming days, according to the U.S. officials familiar with the plans. CNN reports. More money. We don't have money. Has anybody got that? There is no money. What is this? Do you see what I mean? Do you see what I mean? You've got to be insane to believe any of this. And the fact that they're doing it. So they're indebting us more and more and more. Why are you sending more packages? What? What's the truth? That we can't really sustain, that we can't really manage this war? Oh, that reminds me. Remember I told you guys I was going to share that video clip of the drones? Maybe I could do it. I don't know how much time you guys have today. But if you guys are still around, I'll definitely take it to Rumble and share it there. Because I don't understand why nobody's talking about this. The technology that's out there, this should not be taking this long, this so-called war. I'm not saying it's not a war, but again, who are the villains? Say, let me shut up because I can't go into it on YouTube. You guys, you need to subscribe to Rumble, Locals, become a member. I will give you more than you can imagine. Sacred Sage, good morning. At Rumble, Daily Wire will feel a hit from this. Do you know I actually unsubscribed? I was already not even watching their content because I couldn't handle the last few things that Ben is doing. And again, when they use their religion, when you use your race, any of that shit, I'm done with you. Okay? When you're a bully, when you're a hypocrite, I'm done with you. And the more we all do this, the more they're going to have to step up to the plate or get off the platform. Okay? Like, if you can't handle the heat, get out of the kitchen. We need real leaders, not a bunch of charlatans. Saw a Florida Congresswoman, Salazar, speaking at the WEF wanting to push for millions of illegals to have amnesty. Oh, me too. I saw that too. So that is concerning. Yes. And do you remember? Oh, don't you love the part that she says, because they look like me and that they need to be dignity. They need dignity. What are you talking about? No mention of the cartels. Oh, and now they're ready to secure the border. Again, everything is planned by them. You will have nothing and you will be happy. The freaking black, honestly, guys, this is a form of magic. Yes. You can call it brainwashing. It's a form of magic. The lobbyists want war so they can profit, ask Biden. Yeah. Yeah. It's funny how now we're going to show the files on Biden docs in the garage. Not unless they wanted that to happen. Again, this is just confirming everything is planned accordingly. When plan A doesn't work, they go to plan B. It's already been decided. Sacred Sage. The lobbyists want war so they can profit, ask Biden. He's racking in so much money. Yeah. But that's the thing. He must be storing some gold because the dollar ain't going to be worth shit. I mean, it's already not there. They're just pretending it is. Again, we're just going to pretend. That's what we do. We pretend. We pretend we're happy. We pretend, our life is great. We pretend we're free. Let's keep pretending. Let's go to the metaverse. Let's stay in TikTok. Let's keep pretending. Let's put filters on our shit. Let's keep pretending. This is why I'm emphatic about coming in with makeup, without makeup, and every way, my pajamas, my onesie. Oh, didn't I tell you that I was going to come back around with the onesie, guys? Here we go. So this is the onesie. I don't know if you've seen it all, but these onesies actually have these the zip-on little, I guess, slippers you could call them. But I'm washing those. I had to wash this separate for a reason that you probably don't want to know. So here I am. I told you I'd come back to the onesie. And I did come back to New Zealand. So, yeah, okay. Then let's go over here where Elon, how about this? Where Elon, responding to the thread from Michael Schellenberger, WEF says its wealth is managed by an internal investment. Now, don't be surprised for this, guys. Don't be surprised. Don't act like you're surprised. I'm over it, okay? That by an internal investment committee that seeks to incorporate, in quote, environmental, social, and governance. ESG in caps, okay? Criteria in its investment strategy to manage the foundation's long-term strategic reserves. That's because Swiss law does not require financial reporting for foundations. Are you with me? But we know this, right? We see it all the time. Money laundering through Ukraine, Biden, all of them. We just keep seeing it more and more and more and more, but we've already seen it. We've always seen it. Maybe now we see it more than maybe 10 or 20 years ago. Especially the past year, more things are coming, and they're coming like in bundles, big ass bundles, like we've never seen before too. Because obviously, thanks to social media and thanks to the so-called Twitter Saint Elon, and I'm being sarcastic, replies to that text. The S in ESG stands for satanic. I mean, this guy dressed up as a devil, demon. I forgot what the outfit was called, but you guys saw it. Matter of fact, that's the picture that he has here in his profile. But I don't know if I click on it. Yeah. Remember that suit? Okay. Don't get me started. Don't get me started to this joke. Like, even if this guy really came through and he's like, hey, I have a change of heart. I found Christ. But then how do you know he's not using that? If he were ever to say that. No, dude, this guy's too intertwined, in thread, been raised with these people that I'm not saying he can't. Because if you know the story about St. Francis of Assisi, it's similar. It could happen, right? Somebody who leaves their family behind only to serve God. Let's just put it that way in a nutshell. But he hasn't closed the back doors to the government and Twitter. Now, we don't know if he's in the back struggling to not get killed if he were to do so. Again, it's like that Wendy, what's her name? We were talking about her yesterday. Wendy, is it Ashley Wendy? Wendy something. Who wrote a book on how the government in America is blackmailed. There is no justice. It's just so corrupt. So corrupt. The only way is to done. Goodbye. Ciao. I guess Glenn Beck replied to this, to his reply with this little Jack Nicholson, what's he called, GIF. Anyway, yeah, I'm just like, the S in ESG stands for satanic. It's like he's playing us, like a lot of people used like QAnon stuff to play with people. They still are, right? Like, I believe, and I stand my ground, that Andrew Tate used all these words, the Matrix, all that shit, to get that clout, that following, not necessarily because he needed money, it's just because ego. That's it. Just feels good. He was having fun. He played into it, which is very smart. A guy who, didn't he beat his dad in chess when he was like 8 years old or 10 years old? Like, he never did, and then one day he finally did. Like, the guy knows how to play. He's a shitty player, in my opinion. The only game he could play is with dumb-ass young women, which he himself says he prefers. Because you can mold them. Wow, what a man. Wow, yeah. And kids, especially men, young boys, are following this guy? Clearly. They're missing their daddy. They got some daddy issues. You have to, bro. Even if you do have your daddy and it's just because your religion, like say you're Islamic and you're feeling like, yeah, because we believe the woman is beneath us. And I'm saying it nicely. Okay. If that's your culture, that's your religion, fine. But everybody else, if that's not your culture and your religion, what are you talking about? Okay. I'm done with that. Let me read your chats. And then we'll hop over to this, what's her face? We'll hop over to, I just lost my my live stream. And then we'll hop over to the Sheila Jackson thing. Okay. Let's see what you guys have to say that I've missed. Hey, K Harmon TCC. Hey, good morning, Tanya. Tanya, great. Sarita Shamara. The cartel killed a 17-year-old mother and 6-month-old baby in California yesterday. I did see that. You see, there's a lot of things that I want to always share with you guys, and then I'm like, I don't want to share bad news. I'm like, I know you guys probably see it on your own. And if I don't have anything good to bring to the table about it, like, California is a cesspool, man. I mean, talk about that right there. California is a place that we can see what's going to be happening to us. All of us. Because their system is yet to implode all the way. So they're still like, duh, wait for it. Yeah, I bet they're in bed with the cartels. Yes. They got rid of the main cartel who was all business. This new cartel is all about control, bloodthirsty. I agree with you. I do believe they enjoy it. Absolutely. And greed. Yeah, but they get off on it. It's not like they're just doing it because they need it because they're desperate for work. It's like, I've gone down those rabbit holes too. And I've talked to people in Mexico, my Mexican friends, and a lot of people don't realize how much these people worship and praise and believe in the dark. Just because I just don't want to keep saying the word. Okay, guys? Just FYI. Not because of YouTube, because I believe YouTube wants me to say the word. See? Isn't that funny? And I don't want to say the word because I don't want to bring that energy near me. You get that? You get that. I mean, I know, sometimes I might sound like I'm attacking you guys, but no. Really. It's just the way I talk. I'm just like, bah, 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 bah. And people, like, even when I'm talking to my friends, if we're walking down the street or in a store, they're like, okay, will you please? I'm like, yo, you know how I talk, man. Like, that's not why I talk. And he's like, yeah, Olga, people are going to think you're fighting or we're arguing. And I'm like, who cares? And then I'll start laughing, right? And the people are like looking, and I'm like, relax. It's just some people have a way of expressing themselves. That's me. It's a release for me. If I have to be like, again, every environment I act different, If I'm at a parent-teacher conference or I'm at the doctor's office or whatever, I'm at City Hall talking to the mayor, I'm going to keep it a little more toned down unless they really piss me the fuck off. But no, even then I'll control myself because I don't want to give them the satisfaction or get arrested or get like kicked out because that's what happens when you're loud. Disorderly conduct. It's like disorderly conduct. No, seriously. There's so many, I got so many facets on how I am that it would blow your mind. You're like, wait, this is the same person? Like what? Yeah. And it's not that you're being fake, It's like they say, everything's got its time and its place. That's what I think. And I like using this shit that way. The Major, good morning. I hope I said hi to everyone. Brandon, good morning. At least I like to say hello to everybody. If I miss your text, I'm telling you, you want me to read it. Hey, D. Potter, he left. Y'all have a good day. Yeah, I don't know. You guys want me to get into the Sheila Jackson thing? Who's over at? Make sure to smash that like button. Sometimes I see I got a bunch of views and then I only get like 10 likes. I'm like, wait, I know I saw more than 10 people in here. Come on, smash that like button. It helps the algorithm. At least it helps me dispute because I'm still trying to talk to people, especially, one-on-one, not just through email and phone calls with YouTube. Oh yeah. I'm not going to leave them alone. They're not going to make me, they're going to use me and we're not going to have a talk. No. Nope. I'm going to do like that, like Tim Robinson, his character in Shawshank Redemption, when he wouldn't leave them alone about getting the books. That's this one here. Yeah, and I'm working on, getting guests on. So I'm working on, writing a certain email a certain way to get them to like see why I want them here, like shooting the shit. Just that. So that I want them to be seen how they normally are. You know what I mean? And have a good time. Laugh about everything. We could cry too, if we're going to be keeping it real. But yeah. Let's see. Yeah, you're right. The plan, Harmon, TCC. Yeah, fear-mongering. But that's what I'm saying. Everybody keeps saying that. So my thing is, if we already know this, then we all have to stand up at every moment. Supermarket, in our family, our work, everything. We have to, like, just keep saying. Because unity is power. Hey, Serena Shamira, I think you said that yesterday. I don't know if I saw that over at Rumble. I don't know. Obviously, sometimes you guys, everything crosses. Good morning, Clara. Sheila Jackson. Wait. What did she say? Oh, I'm a uni-llama-corn. I like that one. Oh, I typically want to gag every time I hear Sheila Jackson's name. I don't even know who this woman is by name. But then obviously when I pulled this up, I recognize her face, but honestly, nothing else, right?
No. And Julie, taking this out like
see.
a little broader to something else that's atrocious. Cheryl, you said to me earlier that the internet police are at it again.
You can't control the internet. I'm sorry. Believe me, if we could figure out, if corporations can't figure out how to do it, if you can't, I mean, give me a break. You can't control the internet. And
Wait, I don't really want to watch this video. I just, when I Googled her, this is one of the headlines, right? Rep. Sheila Jackson Lee introduces bill criminalizing some forms of hate speech. Again, they're talking about it in WF. Now she's opening her mouth. Again, another orchestrated way to shut you down. Not just to shut you down, to punish you. Hate speech. The fact that they're even talking about hate speech makes them hateful. Hello with projecting. Then I said, so here she is, and here's another article. Wait. Sheila Jackson Lee's bill, so this is her bill, wasn't just hate speech. Now it's to make it illegal for whites to criticize minorities. If the title was different, Sheila Jackson Lee's bill makes it illegal for blacks to criticize minorities. For example, how would that go? Now, see, this is no. You're doing this to get attention. What is she, a Democrat? And so she's got to make sure her people knows that she's doing something. Hate speech. And then the whites can't criticize minorities. I look white. Am I white? I actually have some, very little, not like, what's her freaking name? Warren, that woman, she claimed that she was American Indian or she had some Indian in her. I actually do. Not a lot, but I do. But again, also, I'm Spanish, but let me guess. Spanish from Spain, Spaniard, that's not a minority because they look white. No. See, my thing is, as long as I live here, I have to stand up for this. Like, I have to stand against this. I can escape. I can go to another country. I can go to another place, right? I can go hide in the mountains. I have options. But I feel like I can't live with myself knowing that I ran away. I could drop my citizenship. People do it all the time. In fact, now they're making it almost impossible for people to do it because they want to make sure that they get your taxes. And my thing is, well, if we don't like the shit, instead of leaving, let's change it. If the house is falling apart, but we love the house, we put it together. We renovate it. We get a team of people together. I mean, it's organization. But it starts here. It starts here with, having a real conversation, being real fucking people, and stop being grifters, just talking and talking and talking. Like some of these journalists, they used to be journalists. They've actually just settled for YouTube. So, well, if you're not on the ground doing real journalism, you get what I'm saying? See how I always question everything I share with you guys? I'm like, how do we know this is true? And then they're literally saying it out there, and then they find themselves constantly having to take it back, or they stand corrected, or they made a mistake. Joe Rogan, all of them. So they're not really doing any real work, any meaningful work yet. Yeah, they got millions of followers. Yeah. Texas Rep Sheila Jackson Lee introduces bill to combat white supremacy. Do you see the same words and all that stuff? What do you mean combat? Let's see exactly what she means. Just, sorry to say it, but just looking at her face, she's a racist, number one. I'm not kidding. And then number two, she also just wants to feel like she's doing something. No, I'm not kidding. It's really that simple. So by attacking criminal charges to certain forms of hate speech, the Texas Democrat introduced the Leading Against White Supremacy Act of 2023, which aims to prevent and prosecute white supremacy-inspired hate and conspiracy to commit white supremacy-inspired hate crime. Where? Give me an example. The conspiracy edition means people who use hate speech online and could face criminal charges under the legislation even if they don't act on their interests. But see, isn't that funny? How she specifically said minorities. So you can have hate speech over the majority. If it's hate speech, it's hate speech. This is why it's freedom, motherfuckers. It's freedom. Ah, there goes the F-bomb. But I'm doing pretty good, though. I'm doing better, guys, right? Okay, I'm done. You guys can look it up yourself. Just want to share that. I don't buy it. And that's horrible. And that's evil. And that's hateful. And I won't stand for it. How about that? Smash that like button if you agree. Smash that like button if you don't agree. Because you heard and you listened. And we're having a discourse. Yeah, Sarita Shamir, I've read that you've said that many times before. Yeah, that you're already on the domestic terrorist watch list. I mean, the things that they put people on that list for is just, it's criminal, actually. It's criminal. It's illegal. It's criminal. It's wrong. It's unjust. It's disgusting. And the border that's wide open that anybody can come in. Specifically, terrorists. After all they did to make it horrible to fly anywhere 20 years ago, right? All the cameras, all the checkpoints, all of this, all of that, right? TSA, take your socks off. Bah, 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 bah. Well, okay, no, they don't make you take socks off anymore. It's your shoes. But, right? Like, no, we should all be like, no. We should demand the airlines, you want my money? Take that shit out. With a border open. Think about that. It's like, it's almost, obviously, it's a bad comparison as far as like, what's more crucial, what's more important. But it's the same thing as putting the AC at 120 degree weather and opening all the windows. I need to have sound effects because I really wanted you guys to hear blink, blink. Oh, yeah. So I can either wrap it up for today, and I'm going to work on emailing all you members, both local and YouTube, a link to join me behind the scenes, just being our real selves. You know what I mean? Of course, I'm always being my real self here. Believe me, I talk like this. Like, I play around. I'm always joking. This is definitely me. I do rants. I get distracted. I forget what I'm going to say all the time. When I'm not working. When I'm working, then you're like, wow, like I'm on it, baby. So, I'm looking at Rumble. Make sure to rumble me, baby. Love you guys. Thank you for being here watching. Keep commenting. Like I said, though, if you want me to read your chat, Rumble, rant, or super chat it so I don't miss it. Much love. That's the best way to support me as well and my work and this channel. I'm like looking around like, where is my... I lost my window again. Hey, there we are. Hi. Oh, my coffee. Oh, my coffee's cold. What did I do? I only took like 3 sips. It's 10 o'clock. I can't be drinking coffee later. If I don't drink it before noon, the earlier the better. If I can drink a cup of coffee at the latest by 9, I'm fine and I can sleep normal. If I try to, the more later I drink the coffee, 11, the harder it is for me to sleep because I'm already hyper. And we already discussed this. I can't do decaf. It tastes like shit. So, hey, over at Rumble, Kiluan Nostrade. Welcome. Let's keep wearing our masquerades. Yeah, I like that. Well said. Ha! You guys are the best. Really, you guys have great sense of humor. Smart as shit. You guys are well read. Looked up everything. You guys are like me. I'd rather be in the know whether I like it or not. I want to be in the know. Or fiction. Yeah. Oh, totally. Sacred Sage, absolutely. WEF is a cult. Absolutely. Well said. I wish I would have said it first. Again, this is why I'm so grateful you guys are here. So, I don't know. I'm thinking about going to, guys, you know what? I've been talking about it. Should I share the drones that I was telling you guys about? It's an amazing presentation. It's about, 7 minutes. But if I really want to go full tard, I'd like to do it at Rumble. Or I'll leave that for tomorrow's live. And I'll still do it at Rumbles, but it'll be, you know what I mean? Like the second half of tomorrow's scheduled 12:30 Eastern Standard Time live. We'll start with the highlight of the day. And then we'll move over to Rumble and go real into that presentation of drones and what we really think. And all the things that come to my mind. And how I can squash this so-called war. The reason why I say so-called war is not because they're not killing each other. It's because to me, it's more like mafia and thugs. It's not, okay. I'm not even going to say to me, okay? It is. It is what it is. And they just want to drain money and use it to launder more money, because that's the other thing I also saw. Again, where's all this money? A bunch of articles about that too. Where's all the money they sent to Ukraine? Where's all the equipment? But it doesn't matter. Even if the journalists are reporting real stuff, what are we doing about it? Of course, they made it so... See, I can't even talk about J6. See? That's where the drones and J6, that's the conversation. Just like if I'm talking about the jab, is definitely over at Rumbles, but even more so at Locals. When you sign up to Locals, I'll also send you a link. Even when I can't appear in Locals, you'll see a link so we can see each other live. There's a difference between hate speech and speech that you hate. Yes. This is only a way to gain control. Slowing, pushing whites into slavery. Oh, slowly. That's what I thought. I was like, was that a typo? Yes, but you know what? It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Because that's the other reason why they've been trying to take religion out too, especially Christianity. And that's the other reason why they attack Christians that tend to be also on the one side. Call it conservative, call it the right. We got to stop with the politics. It's really Christians. It's good against evil. 100%. The people that think they're woke, it's all ego driven. I have talked to so many of them. Forget about what you see in lids of TikTok, all the articles, all that stuff. I've literally been on the ground. To this day, I still do it all the time. And they're lost. They're angry. I mean, it's like they're a bunch of Smeagol's. Trolls. Again, I hate to say it, but shitty parenting. Because even if the parents didn't believe in God or religion or any kind of, morality, when I ask them how their parents raised them, it's horrible. And I mean, even when they're like saying, my parents are great, I could do whatever I wanted. You feel me? Remember, I just did a sample the other day with that chat AI, how it says you have to actually discipline children. It's a must. Even in the animal kingdom, they do that shit. So, what do you guys say? You got to go? Do you want to move over to Rumble and hang out with me a little bit more and we'll go through those little drones and in that little convo? Or I'll save it for tomorrow. And I'm going to prepare a separate live stream today for members and locals. I'll be posting it. You'll be getting a notification. Hope you don't miss it. But again, as a member, you could always just watch the replay. What do you guys say? Tanya Gray moved over to Rumble. We could have full conversations using only Tom McDonald lyrics. You're right. Laugh out loud in caps. You're so right. Oh. Mm-hmm. No, that's, oh yeah. God. Oh, now I got to pick another one. I'm going to be putting another poll later today as well for tomorrow's reaction. Yeah, mixing it up with some more new artists, but I'll put another Tom one in there because definitely Tom gets favored. So I guess most people that subscribe to my channel are Tom fans. But the major, I need how many emojis? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Coffee cup emojis. Yeah, my shit's cold and it's like there's only like an ounce left. I will say that after the recent hurricanes blew all the trash out of Galveston, it's a nice place to visit again. Oh, that's nice to hear. Hey, Tanya, she's like, she's like, whatever you do, I'm on both platforms. What's this, turquoise? Turquoise drinking coffee face? I do, Tanya, you're right. I do have a lot of Tom to cover, so that's cool. Yeah, I can't wait. I just, again, wondering which one I do next. It's really like, what are you guys in the mood for? Or if I don't do that, obviously the last 2 times I flipped a coin. But what I was doing for a while was I was just going with like my gut instinct, what I thought. And it just seemed like it always tied into the conversation of the day. So maybe I won't put a post. Maybe I'll go with my intuition again tomorrow. And we'll see. We'll see which one. Because I'm not really getting a lot of views on the one from yesterday. Either no one likes it or again. I'm so surprised. Who was it? Carrie. I think Carrie Lewis had mentioned it earlier in today's live that he actually had to look for it. The reaction. He knew I was doing a reaction and it wasn't showing him, didn't notify him, and he had to look for it. So can you imagine all the time? Guys, seriously, help me share this content. Help me share this content and tell everybody that you're sharing it with that YouTube is literally not letting them see it. And that's just not fair. I'm doing nothing wrong. And then all the people that might enjoy me, especially Tom McDonald fans or people that don't even know about Tom McDonald's that maybe through me, you get what I'm saying? Music is a way to open and bring us together. All right, I'll tell you what. I am going to Rumble for a little bit longer If I see you guys over there and you want me to go over the drones, it's on like Donkey Kong. But if not, we'll just chat a little bit longer and I'll save it for tomorrow. No big deal. But as I say that, much love, many blessings, and I'll see you over at Rumble. The link is in the description below. Thank you. I love you. Have a great day. And like I always say, coffee with Olga always ends the same. Do you guys know? In honor, I'll change it up for today. In honor of Crowder. Because now we're buzzing. Ooh, and guys, if you've missed what I was going to talk about him, about Daily Wire's response, I am going to talk about it. But I didn't want to get that into it today with coffee, you know what I mean, in the morning. I'm going to do it tomorrow for sure. I'm definitely going to do it for members as well. And I'm going to make it much shorter. I'm not going to go through the entire video. I'm just going to pick snippets. This is those for you that came into the live later. Either way, you're watching this replay. You know I always say don't let the bastards get you down. But in honor of Crowder, YouTube, piss off.